Our mission is to promote sober minds and produce fruitful spirits. And we want to do that by bringing powerful testimonies and have engaging topics about what it means to really change. What it means to really change.
It's annoying.
Change is hard.
Change is super hard.
Change is hard.
Especially if you don't want to. And that was our twin thing, right? We said that at the same time.
We finally got on the same. That's funny. That grass is not always greener on the other side. I'm thinking about everybody that's like struggling right now in the stronghold. And they're like, there's no way I can see like a life that's beautiful with God. And I've been there many times, darkest moments, in depression, gambling like crazy, doing drugs, doing all things I'm not supposed to be doing. And then I'm like, I don't think God loves me. I don't think I'm going to be that rare person in the world that like God cannot save.
Yeah.
And then you learn about His grace and how we need it every day.
We need to understand that we're not going to get it right. I tried to just cold turkey homosexuality after 17 years.
Let's talk about that. Cold turkey and
I tried to cold turkey homosexuality after 17 years. But that's because I didn't understand God's grace.
Ooh. So I'm here with Kara Jackson, and we are speaking about her book, Bigger Than Me. And I have to say, thank you for joining me here, Kara. Thank you so much for just coming and talking to me about your book. First of all, your book was powerful. I did read it. And it changed my life. And I know I told you that many times. Just reading it, it changed my life. I sense that God can do the impossible. And I think that was encouraging for me to see that He really can do the impossible. I want to ask you, why that title? Why Bigger Than Me instead of saying something about the journey that the book talks about?
My sister was helping me go through this. And she would come and meet me at my job in the morning. That she talks about it a little bit in the foreword, but she would come and meet me at my job in the morning and just love on me. And I would just be pouring out to her like, this is annoying, this is hard, it's a lot, and this is before the book. This is just I'm going through it. And her words to me were, you're the bigger person. You got to be the bigger person. And I told her, I'm tired of being the bigger person. I'm sick of it. Like, let somebody else be the bigger person. And in that moment, the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, I was the bigger person. And that just resonated with me so much. And that is ultimately where the title came from. I started a live on Instagram and I titled it Bigger Than Me. And then there was a moment me and my mom had, and she was like, that's going to be the title of your first book.
Wow.
And I didn't think anything of it because author Kara was not even a thought. And so that's where Bigger Than Me came from.
Powerful.
Yeah,
it's powerful. So you talk about the moment that God was showing you that this is going to be a book. This is going to be a mission that is bigger than you. When did the conviction come about change? You needed to change your lifestyle. So I did a vision board, and on that vision board in 2018, it specifically said I was supposed to do more in the church. It said something about me doing more in the church. It said something about me reading more, and then it said baptism. And so it was one of my spiritual
I guess spiritual goals, you can call them, to be baptized.
So sorry.
To be baptized. And the more I dove into this being baptized thing, I'm just like, all right, like, how many times are you gonna do this? How many times are you gonna get baptized? Because I would have seasons of, all right, God, you dealing with me, I'm gonna give my lifestyle to you, and then I would get baptized. For real, I think I've gotten baptized like 4 times, like seriously. And so this time I'm just like, I'm not gonna keep, like, I'm grown, I'm an adult, like I'm more mature now. If this is what I'm going to do, if I'm gonna give my life back to Christ, then I need to do it. And because of the power of baptism and the meaning behind what it means to be baptized, I was just like, I can't do it anymore if this is what I'm gonna surrender to God. Like, so I think that moment where I knew I wanted to be baptized and I wanted to take God seriously is when the conviction to change really came.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So in that, your choices after baptism, after landing at God's feet, your choices to change, what was the hardest part?
Can I say changing? The hardest part,
Of course.
the hardest part was accepting the new me. The hardest part was, what was the new me? Like, for 17 years, I was KJ, or I was boyish. And it was like, how do I turn things around? It was like, what's going to be my new identity? So I gave away I gave away all of my clothes. I gave away cologne. I gave away anything that was boy related, men related. I gave it away because I was trying to figure out who I was. It wasn't until recently where I'm just like, and my pastor told me this too. He's just like, it's not in your clothes. Like, but for me, it was like, I associated my clothes with my lifestyle,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
And so for me, it was my clothes. And so, like, God doesn't look at the outside. He's looking at the inside.
Of course.
So the acceptance was the hardest part for me, because I was, and real life, before I even decided to choose homosexuality, like, I was a tomboy. Like, I was.
Gotcha.
And so it's like, that really is who I am.
That's a complete, shift. I can imagine how hard that is. Yeah. But so you didn't immediately start wearing dresses?
No.
So change took some time. You said it though. God looks at the inside. That's all that matters. It's not about outward appearance. But in order to change in the lifestyle, you had to make better, I won't say better choices. That's not the right word. You had to make choices that took you away from being KJ. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, even listening to certain music, like, I stopped. Like, if I hear certain things, I'm just like, let's turn it off.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I get that. Even with my own journey of moving from gambling addiction and drugs and alcohol and other toxic things, music,
it'll take me back quick.
Me
and
too.
I'll just be
me
like,
too.
Let's turn it off.
Yeah, and that's the choice that we have to make to turn that off. And the help that comes from changing, though. You talked about your pastor. I want to talk about those influences of getting help. Who helped you along this journey of change?
So, number one person is my twin sister. Number one person. If I didn't have her, I don't know where I would be right now.
And we have that in common.
We do have that in common, and we understand.
I don't know what I would do without my twin sister. I'm so grateful for her. So I understand.
Like, I don't know where I am without her. She was she was okay with me. The chapter in the book that says, "Where did all my girlfriends go?" She didn't make that chapter. And she treated me as if, one thing she said to me one day, she was like, "It's just another relationship." She didn't say anything about it being a homosexual relationship. She said, it's another relationship. She said, you're grieving.
Yeah.
Like, she understood. And so she was definitely my number one influence. My apostle, he just passed away not too long ago. But he was my spiritual father, and he was another big influence because he showed me what God said about it. Not what he thought about it, not what other Christians or other pastors were saying about it. He showed me what God said about it.
Yeah.
And on my journey of wanting to walk with Christ the way that I knew that I wanted to walk with him, because I'm just one of the people that once I'm locked in, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm perfect, but once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. But he showed me what God said about it, and it was like, okay, he's not, the book talks about it, he's not saying this is the worst sin ever, like everybody else is saying.
Glad you said that. Right. Yeah.
He's saying, no, this goes against God's protocol. This goes against the pleasure that God designed for us to be intimate with each other. And this goes against the purpose of relationship. And it's just like, I mean, that makes sense. Right? Like, so he showed me what God said about it, and they were key. They were key. Honestly, if it wasn't for my sister and my apostle, I don't write that book. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, and this is actually a question from one of the readers that read your book.
Okay.
Do you feel like you were changing for other people in the beginning of your journey?
Yes. Because so many people fell off, it was just like, maybe I should just go back to living my homosexual lifestyle, because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be, I don't want to be by myself. Like, I'm a twin, for crying out loud. I've been with somebody from day one. Like, I'm glad you understand. I don't want to be by myself. And so, to answer their question, yes, and it's for me now. Because of my relationship with the Lord, because me and him have gotten closer, and he's shown me who he created me to be. And so when the Creator shows you what you were created for, you can no longer say, well, this is just me. You can no longer say that. Yeah. And so I can no longer say, oh, that's just me. I just like that. I just like this. But the Creator showed me what I was created for, and here we are. Wow. Yeah.
I'm going to piggyback off of that then and say, because I completely agree with how you're saying in the beginning, it is for other people. In my lifestyle, right, with the gambling, drugs, alcohol, changing was more so of like what it was doing to my body. I didn't like the way I was feeling, and things started going downhill. Finances, relationships with family. I'm starting to see myself as like a liar. I mean, I talk about it in the analogy of a wound. It was starting to stink. Like you can feel that when you're going through addictions that get really like become a real stronghold. So in the beginning, changing for external factors, right? My body I'm not feeling well. My family is looking at me all crazy. Like, what are you doing? And then that relationship with God, right? You draw near to him, and it's like, I just want to do it for you because I love you, and you're starting to show me who I am. It's a powerful thing. Accepting the new identity, though, that part. You know, you said you began to accept who you were. I want to talk again about when did that happen for you? Like, when was that, like, I draw the line, this is, or was it a line? I mean, we can never really say that change is like, a complete
yeah
before and after.
I don't know that it was necessarily a line. One of the elders at my former church, he was ministering, and he said something. He said, you know, when he goes back home, some of his older friends call him by the name that they knew him by when he was there. And that name associated him with so many other things that he wasn't anymore. And when I heard him say that, I said, okay.
That's good.
Because here's the thing. I was introducing myself as KJ to people when I was in the lifestyle.
Wow.
And so, like, for whatever reason, this is so dumb. For whatever reason, as the male in the relationship, as the stud in the relationship, it's like, don't call me by my first name. And it's like, but that's your name. Like, so for whatever reason, that's just what it was, right? And so it was like, yeah, my name KJ. My name's KJ. My name's KJ. My name's KJ. And I don't introduce myself like that anymore. My name's Kara.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. And so God gives people's different names all the time.
Very true.
And it's like, it's because you're going from this season to this season.
Yeah, new creature, right.
Right? And so when he said that, I heard all of that, and I felt all of that. And it was just like, okay, this is going to be my segue into accepting that this is who I am.
But how did that feel though? Like, roll it off your tongue.
Right.
I am no longer.
It hurt.
Okay.
It hurt. It hurt. It hurt because I was KJ for 17 years, and it was like, now I'm really getting ready to just. and because of the mentality of, don't call me Kara for whatever reason, call me KJ. It was like I was separating. I was separating. And anything that is separating, it probably is painful. It probably hurts. It probably,
I know.
and so
yeah,
it did hurt. It did hurt.
Stopping people from calling you KJ. In a change process, we have to say no to a lot of things and move away from that old lifestyle. What was the biggest no you had to say to on this journey?
The last person I was with. The last person I was with before getting baptized, I had to say no. And it was hard to say no to her. It was hard to say no to that.
Yeah, you opened up the book in that strong manner too. I don't want to go into the book because I want people to really get all the juicy details from it. But
we should tell them something.
Maybe we should, so you guys can go buy the book. That proposal.
So she was when I was, I ain't gonna say fresh out of college. Kind of like the person that I proposed to, she was special. She wasn't my hardest no, because I had moved on before I started this journey, the strength chapter. She was my hardest no. And I think a lot of it too was because she wasn't gonna go on the journey with me. And like, she had to deal with it the way that she had to deal with it, because she was hurt too, because it was a separation. And so for me to say,
that's difficult.
I can't be with you only because God said I can't be with you. Like, right. That's like Mary coming to Joseph. Like, the Lord impregnated me. And it's like, what, girl? So
sound a little crazy, but
girl, what are we talking about? So to have to let something go simply because you're gonna walk with the Lord, is, I had to take up my cross, and that thing,
talk about it,
hurt. So
it was heavy. It was heavy.
I battled with that. I battled with letting that go. Even like I still was doing Bigger Than Me live on Instagram, but I was battling that. Like, there probably were a couple times where I went back. I say probably. There were a couple times where even in that I went back. So it was hard to say no to that last one. Yeah.
The going back and coming back to Christ, to God, to that relationship, the falling down and getting back up, those challenges of, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not tempted. I'm on my Bible lab, doing my daily devotionals, and then temptation comes. You fall down. What helped during that moment? What?
People not gonna like this answer, but what helped is that after I fell, I got hurt again. I had to get tired. I had to get tired of getting hurt. I had to get tired of getting hurt.
Yeah.
I had to say,
I understand
how
that.
long. I read something on Instagram, and it was kind of like in a nutshell, it was kind of like, yeah, at this point, it's your fault that you keep getting hurt. And I felt that thing, and I was like, you know what, Instagram right. Instagram is right. And so I fell and I hurt myself. I fell and I hurt myself. And as a loving parent, the loving parent that God is,
Amen.
He's like, yeah, like, if you keep doing that, you're going to keep hurting yourself. If you do it the way I'm telling you, it's going to hurt as you're healing, but once you're healed, you're going to be okay.
I'm thinking about everybody that's like struggling right now in the stronghold, and they're like, there's no way I can see like a life that's beautiful with God. And I've been there many times, darkest moments, in depression, gambling like crazy, doing drugs, doing all things I'm not supposed to be doing. And then I'm like, I don't think God loves me. I don't think I'm going to be that rare person in the world that like God cannot save.
Yeah.
And then you learn about His grace and how we need it every day, and the shame and guilt. Was that a struggle for you? Any shame and guilt of going back in?
So I don't know that it was shame more than it was conviction. Like, I don't know that I was embarrassed or shameful and like hiding from Him, more than it was like, why can't I get myself together? Like, girl, get it together. But I was hurt that I hurt Him again. It's just like, why can't I get myself together?
Yes, that part, the guilty feeling.
Yeah.
I'm hurting God again. And then I feel like the moments after it, of doing something you're not supposed to be doing, is, I'm not even going to talk to God today.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to pray.
Yeah.
Even though God sees everything, He knows. And it's, I think it's getting into that point of a relationship with God and realizing it's not judgment. It's all love.
He got a parent.
Right.
He got a parent.
Yes, He does.
He does. And He's a good father. And He's a good father. He's a good father.
Amen.
It hurts.
It does.
It's annoying.
Change is hard.
Change is super hard.
Change is hard.
Especially if you don't want to. And that's where I was. I didn't want to.
I think everybody can relate to that in this process of going towards sobriety, away from any stronghold. Is you don't want to change.
It was easier that way. It was more comfortable that way.
To stay the same.
It was better that way.
Completely.
And I've also learned that it's actually better this way.
I'm happy to hear that.
Even with the hard, it's actually better this way. It's a quote that we say in sports. They probably say it other places too, but like nothing great ever came from comfort zones.
Agree.
So
Yeah.
if you want to be the best version of you,
You have to be stretched.
you
You have
gotta
to
be
be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
That was our twin thing right there. We said that at the same time.
We finally got on the same page. That's funny. So every day we have to make a choice to change. And it's kind of crazy because it's kind of bringing up a little bit of an acronym that you brought about change. And how God had show you just some simple things that we can do to help us on this journey for change, with C being choice.
Yep.
We have to make that choice every day to change. Get the help. I'll let you describe like kind of what God put on your heart to.
Yeah. So in changing, he showed me a word or phrase for each letter. The C stands for choice, and you have to make a decision. I had to make a decision. I'm going to give my lifestyle to God or I'm not. I'm going to surrender to God or not. And even with Sober House Ministries, whatever their addiction is, their thing is, you got to choose.
You got to choose.
Are you going to do it or are you not going to do it? And you got to be, he probably could have said committed for the C too. You got to be committed to that, right? And then the H is for help. You cannot do it by yourself. Without my sister, without my apostle, without other people walking me through it and encouraging me and supporting the decision that I chose to make. I don't know where I would be at. And with God's help, like you have to have help. You have to have community. You got to have somebody that's going to hold you accountable and support you. Like it can't just be, girl, you good,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all right. It's okay that you messed up. It's like, yeah, like you said you didn't want to do that anymore, so I'm just helping you out with that. And you go. Yes, let's bounce back. Like, so you gotta have help, somebody hold you accountable.
Absolutely.
The A is what we talked about earlier, just accepting that new person, accepting the change that you chose to make. If drinking is not your choice anymore, then accept that when you go out with your friends, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have that drink. Like, be okay with not drinking, regardless. Like, I'm probably one of the friends who would have joked and like, oh, you're not drinking no more, like you sober. But
those friends,
yeah, I'm one of those. But accept that, like accept it and be okay with it. And then no, the N is for no.
You gotta say no.
You gotta say no.
You got to.
You're gonna be tempted. You're gonna be tempted. You're gonna be at the bar and somebody's gonna offer you a drink and it's like, no, I'm just sitting here watching the game and I'm eating. I'm good. Thank you. There's going to be a girl that walks past and she going to be fine. And you just got to look away.
About it.
And you got to say no, right? There's going to be a moment where you're out and somebody's going to offer you something. Let's say cake. Let's say if your addiction is sweets, right? So, and it's like, you know what? As much as that cake looks good, like, nah, I'm good. You got to say no. All right, you got to say no. The G is for grace, right? It's for God. We need His grace. We need to understand that we're not going to get it right. I tried to just cold turkey homosexuality after 17 years.
Let's talk about that. Cold turkey and
I tried to cold turkey homosexuality after 17 years, but that's because I didn't understand God's grace. If I would have understood God's grace, I probably would have got it right the first time.
A little bit earlier?
Yeah, a little bit early. I would have got it right because I would have been like, you know what? Yes, this is the path that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to mess up. And you know what? It's okay because God's grace. And so we have to accept God's grace. We can't say,
receive it.
I can't say, well, since I done went ahead and had relation with her, might as well keep doing it. Like, nah. Like, you messed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Accept God's grace and let's start over. Let's start over. Even when it comes to eating habits. Everybody want to have a cheat day. It's like, no. Like, don't even incorporate the cheat day. If you happen to eat bad one day, Okay.
Yeah.
Start over the next day. Don't keep eating bad. Right. And so, but if you don't understand God's grace and you don't receive it, then you think that once you mess up,
that's
just you.
Yeah.
That's just you. And it's like, no, it's not just you. God forgave you for that. He gave you grace on that. Let's start over. He is the God of start over as well. So let's start over. And then the word, the E and the word of every year is every day. Every day of your life, you have to choose, get help, accept, say no, and receive God's grace every day of your life.
Completely.
If you're walking this walk with the Lord, you have to choose, get help, accept who you are, say no, accept His grace every single day. It is an everyday thing for me.
It's an everyday thing.
It's an everyday thing for me.
Yeah.
It's going to be an everyday thing for anybody who wants to change.
I feel like that was the scariest thought, though, in the beginning of trying to change. It's just like, I have to do all of that every day, every second. Make a choice to say no. Don't go to that gambling spot. Don't talk to that person. Don't. Yeah.
And you may have to say no every day, and that might be hard. But accepting who you are every day, that might not be as hard. So it's probably like everything. I don't think everything holds the same weight every day.
Yeah.
Because I can see a female walk past me and I'm just like I'm good.
Gotcha.
Some days I ain't good. And so that acceptance of who I am and saying no that day might have been a little bit heavier than other days. Me choosing is not heavy every day.
Makes sense.
So you have to do those things every day, but the weight of them, I don't think that they're the same every day. So I hope that makes you feel better about
it does, yeah.
And I hope that makes y'all feel better too. Like, it's not going to be the same weight.
It's not the same weight.
Yeah.
No, especially when you draw closer to God, it's not the same weight at all. A lot of desires start to really disappear.
For sure. Like if I said, let's go gambling right now, like that's going to be an easy no for you.
It's an easy no.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Today.
It's not, that's good. At least for today. Tomorrow's going to be a different battle struggle. Just depends on who's going to irritate me. It'll get on my nerves. I'm going to have to think about that. Nah, but it'll still be a no completely.
Yeah.
And thank God for that.
Amen.
What is the biggest assumption about leaving the homosexuality lifestyle?
I love that question.
I do too.
That you got to start dating.
Ooh,
the opposite sex.
So Thanksgiving, you probably had people like, your family like, when you gonna get married? You got somebody?
Now my family know me better than that. But that could be a thing.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. It's the biggest misconception.
Wow.
That now you have to start dating the opposite sex. No, you do not. You were dating the same sex that made you homosexual. Now that you're not homosexual, because you date the opposite sex does not
mean that you're not. It leaves you. Yeah, that's true. That made me think a little bit.
I am single to this day.
Yeah.
Like, the book was finished in 2021. It started in 2020, finished in 2021, got published in 23.
You're right.
Audio version came. To this day,
yeah, still single.
I'm single and I'm not gay. Like, it's the biggest misconception. And a lot of people that live the lifestyle who want to come out of it, they are afraid to do it because they feel like, now I gotta date a guy. And it's like, no, you do not. Or now I gotta date a female. No, you do not. And a lot of people get caught up because now you're trying to prove to people that you aren't living the lifestyle anymore because you're dating the opposite sex. And now your relationship over here looking like Greenleaf.
Polyamory.
Yeah.
But that is another topic for another day. So a couple more questions here. Okay. It's kind of like a hot topic discussion, but like critics, what they will say about your book, about your lifestyle, about changing. What do you say to the critics that says you're just suppressing your desires? You're just denying your true self. That's it.
I don't know that I say anything to them. I think that everybody will have an opinion. I think that if I get caught up in them thinking that I'm suppressing my feelings and not that I'm walking with Christ, then it's like talking to me about politics. I don't do politics. I don't watch the news. Literally, my news is when people come and say this is happening, and I'm just like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know, because then when somebody else says something, I can kind of be a part of the conversation. But like, seriously, like government shutdown, I found out because somebody screenshotted it and sent it to me.
Okay.
Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not
to be your news reporter. Like, do you know who the president is? We just inaugurated.
Yeah, I do. I do know that. Now, all of the dumb stuff he doing, I find out by other people telling me. Yeah. But to get in a conversation with somebody that knows politics and I don't, they dumb for getting in the conversation with me about it, because it's just like, I don't know anything about, I don't know enough about it to even have a conversation with you. So I say that to the critics. Okay, because you don't know me. Yeah. You don't know my life. Now, if you bought a book, we can talk. Now, buy it and read it. We can talk. But until then, and I might even add on, if you don't have a relationship with the Lord,
I was going to get there.
Probably not going to be able to talk to you about it either, because you don't really understand how He can turn that thing around. How He can save and deliver. So
that's to me chills.
I don't really have a whole lot to say to the critics other than buy the book, read it, and then we can talk.
To all you critics out there.
Yeah, and then we can talk.
So for churches, schools, people in the community that have to, even guidance counselors, colleges, have to walk with students or anybody, family members, taking that step away from the homosexuality lifestyle. How can they best support them? What's the...
Love them. And so for Christians, for church people who claim to love the Lord and know the Lord, there's a pattern that God has in the Bible. He shows us a pattern of Himself when dealing with people who sin. And the pattern is love first, and then address the sin. Love first,
that's good,
and then address the sin. The woman at the well, He loved on her first, and then He said something about her sin. The man at the pool of Bethesda, He loved on him first,
exactly,
and then He said something about his sin. David cheated. He didn't cheat. He slept with Bathsheba. He killed Uriah, Uzziah, one of the youths. Nathan came and told him a story about himself. David admits and asks God for forgiveness.
Yeah.
God forgave him first.
Yeah.
And then He gave him consequences for... There's a pattern on how Christians and church people should treat people who they don't agree with what sin they doing, because everybody's sinning. So
everybody
love them first is my advice, is my suggestion. Love them first. Because I got on baggy clothes, loving me is not seeing me saying, dang, your clothes big. Girl, Sir, can you ask me how I'm doing today? You don't know what I'm going through. You don't even know why I have on these clothes. I probably had to borrow them from somebody because of my financial situation. Like, the Bible is clear. Treat people, love first, yes. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Completely.
Am I coming up to you asking you how long you been lying? How long you been lying? You know lying bad, right? How long you been prideful? You know that was I'm not doing that.
Right.
So why are you doing that to me? My advice for counselors, for church folk, for anybody that's not living the lifestyle, is to love on them first. Because it is a love issue, not a lust issue. And it's probably both, but it's more of a love issue than it is a lust issue.
Yeah.
You know what a lot of homosexual people say? Why it's because they feel loved over there.
Wow.
If you feel loved over there, and that's where you are, then what might happen if you felt loved over here? Love first. Love them first. And then we can talk about the other stuff, because God is the one who adds anyway. Our job is just to sow the seed.
Right.
We can water it. Some people are going to water it, but God is the one that adds. He is the one that's going to take care of the rest. But we so busy trying to do everything.
Crazy.
Even in our own stuff. Love first.
Good advice. Good advice. Love first. Thank you, Kara. You're welcome. Thank you for this interview. Tell people where we can find the book, where we can follow you and be nosy about your life.
Yes. If for nothing else, just buy the book to be nosy. Okay, just buy the book to be nosy. But online, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, Thrifty Books. There's quite a few places everywhere. Online. I have a landing page where you can go and see a picture of me and some testimonials. CHA.inspires.com.
Yes.
So that's where you can find the book. It looks like this,
right?
Because there are a couple of bigger than me's out there.
It is. Yeah.
But it looks like this. Called to Write on social media. Right. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Called to Write, and then Kara Jackson for Facebook. So
perfect. Yeah. Any final thoughts? Anything that you feel like is left unsaid?
No, I think we said a lot. They were really good questions. I think the questions that you asked are things that people they need to hear. I'll leave people with this though. God loves you just the way you are, but He loves you too much to let you stay the same.
Love that. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you again next time.